hold. So we'll be looking at that today. The judiciary is involved, the executive, of course, is involved, and the legislature, because the state budget has been presented to a legislature made up of 4 people, but a legislature nevertheless, because essentially we're going to be talking, these are going to be matters of law. Did an illegality happen? Who knows? Because as I said, the judiciary is involved. What happened yesterday was based on an injunction that had been obtained, and so we'll take it from there. And essentially, we'll be taking commentary, really, from you at home there, and principally from my guest in studio here in the person of Comrade Joseph Eva, who is coordinator Ijaw Monitoring Group and former publicity secretary, Ijaw National Conference. Comrade Joseph, Congress, I beg your pardon. Comrade Joseph Eva, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much.
There's a sense in which it's not as if there are most Ijaws in River State, but we were talking off air, and you say that it was a former capital, so to speak, and it is seen as the Abuja almost of the Ijaw nation. Now, because of that, you must be having a very, very keen eye on what's going on there. Do you really understand what is going on? That's what I shall be probing today. So you'll be giving us your perspectives as a son of the soil. But in the meantime, let's refresh our memories by this package that was put together and went out earlier.
The drama in River State is yet to end. Sounds of bulldozers tearing down the River State House of Assembly complex. Just like past administrations, the building has been a casualty of the power tussle between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike. As speculation about who could be behind it began to gain momentum, the state government claimed responsibility. But rather than confirming that it was a strategy to stop the 27 lawmakers who defected to the APC from sitting, the government said demolition became necessary due to structural damage to the building.
His Excellency also commissioned consultants who went into the structure and came up with an advice that it was no longer habitable and not very conducive for business. On the strength of that advice, the government had decided to demolish that structure.
Less than 2 hours into the demolition, Governor Siminalayi Fubara proceeded to present the 2024 budget proposal of 800 billion naira to the State House of Assembly led by Edison Ehie. This group of lawmakers held plenary at a temporary chamber provided for them within the government house. Governor Fubara tags it the budget of renewed hope, consolidation and continuity.
As you know, desperate situation called for desperate measure. I assure you of our determination to weather the raging storm strategically and responsibly.
Mr. Edison Ehie, who presided over the sitting, commended the governor's vision for economic transformation as captured in the budget. He assured that the House, under his leadership, would give accelerated hearing to the budget.
I appreciate you wholeheartedly for keying into the requirements of the Constitution by aligning yourself with the renewed hope agenda of the federal government anchored by our very President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The drama continued with Mr. Edison Ehie declaring the seats of the 27 lawmakers who defected to the All Progressives Congress vacant. These were the same group of lawmakers led by Martin Samehule who threatened to withhold their consent should the governor approach them with a request for approval of funds. Meanwhile, for the All Progressives Congress, the ex-party order affirming Edison Ehie as speaker is an action in futility.
It is preposterous that Justice Zanagogo could berate the NJC who had decided against the granting of frivolous ex parte by judges and had punished erring judges and justices who ventured.
Different orders from the judiciary have added another layer of controversy to the recent happenings in the Rivers State House of Assembly.
Maintain the law.
This has compelled the police to tread with utmost caution.
There is no breakdown of law and order. Necessary policing is going on. And at the same time, I want to beg parents to warn their children not to be used by cannon folders, by people willing to pay for their services.
For now, high-level meetings of the police legal team have been ongoing while monitoring developments in the judiciary.
The orders from the Court of Coordinate Jurisdictions, and what we're going to do is to stand at the middle. We'll stand at the middle to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order.
The state government says they would rebuild the complex, even though they haven't said when or how long that will take. For now, that is what is left of the legislative arm of government. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Port Harcourt.
Okay, thanks there to Uche Okoro. And as I introduced earlier, our guest this morning is Comrade Joseph Eva. We have it there. On a simplistic level, the spectacle that Nigerians, woke up to yesterday morning was explained subsequently by Commissioner for Information Joe Johnson in Rivers State as in the interest of the legislature itself and the members. The structure had been found to be defective, and as he said, you can't endanger the lives of the people. So that action was taken, and that the multi-billion naira edifice to replace it, work had begun immediately on that. So proceeding from the known to whatever else might be able to be adduced to the situation, how do you see it?
Yeah, in the first place, we want to even thank the governor for quickly taking this action. We are even lucky that this building did not collapse on the 27 lawmakers. It's a building that was bombed. There is no integrity test on the building before these guys who are educated people move into that building.
And held two meetings.
Two meetings
already.
I think the governor is just a lucky man. Because if that building has collapsed on them, they will accuse the governor of killing them. Whereas they are the ones that went there to in fact, I would say, maybe to commit suicide. If he did not destroy this building, they will be going there night, day, morning, evening, they will even go there and start cooking and start. It is very dangerous. So we are happy that the governor has taken this action even to save their lives. Mm-hmm. To save their lives.
This is what
we expected them to even tell Nigerians there is a publicized integrity test on the building, so we are going there. The integrity test says that the foundation, all the structures are intact. Nothing like that. Do you see how people, because of just to score political anything, I don't know, move into that building comfortably and be discussing?
But it was coincidental. Maybe it can be said that that action that you've just commended, it coincided with the fact that the governor might not have been happy to have those people come together and meet and proceed in a way that was not pleasing to him. So without prejudice, because I think that we have to sort of, for the moment, suspend judgment and just look at the facts. There was a coincidence that was beneficial, shall I say, to the purposes of the governor, in that if they couldn't sit and meet, then they couldn't get up to what he must have considered.
Even as we are talking, they are meeting. The governor is not concerned about that. What he is trying to do is to see how he can settle down and manage Rivers State.
Yeah, but he presented the budget to four members four legislators.
Others say they are not interested. In fact, by law, they have. I even thank my lawyer, the great Femi Falana, son, that they have decamped on that party. INEC should conduct another election. INEC, although Nigeria is where anything goes, but in this case of Rivers State, we, like the Yorubas, over the June 12th, you remember, as a senior journalist, Yorubas mobilized their nation. Abiola annulment of Abiola election, Yorubas will not accept it. before we also join. Our leaders like Enauro, people, great men like Rwani was killed because of June 12th. And my leader also, Kokori, that I was one of his aides, he was, in fact, he just died recently. 3 weeks ago, I was on this platform somewhere, and other media houses, begging the president to remember Kukuri. He was jailed because of June 12th. He was not a Yoruba man.
Is that what is going on here now?
It is what is going on.
That the judge will not accept.
The judge anywhere in the world
will not accept.
We never accept. As far as River State, Isaac Boro died because of River State. Isaac Boro, you remember him? He was the first to declare a republic before the Igbos in the history of Africa. Isaac Boro and his German declared a republic from a nation before even the Biafra Republic.
So what would you say to those who would say, looking again at the facts of the ground and suspending judgment temporarily while we deal with this, that this is anarchist?
Now, sir, it is not. If wisdom prevail, the upland people have been ruling River State for about 24 years or thereabout. This is the first time the Riverine people are coming. So if you give us anybody in the name of Riverine, we will manage him, we will pray for him, we assemble pastors to lay hand on him to pray for him. Don't disgrace us, who do well. It's just like the June 12th issue. The Yorubas were compensated with Obasanjo government. A journalist was telling me, but even Obasanjo was not voted for by his own people. But Falayi was there. The Yorubas mobilized and said, Falayi is our candidate. But the powers that brought in the Yoruba candidate prefer Obasanjo as their military colleague. The Yorubas felt later, after the sworn of Obasanjo, the Yorubas felt, okay, anybody you give us, as far as you are using this to compensate us for the annulment of a Yoruba man election, we accept it. And they all embrace Obasanjo and encourage him to go for even second time.
Comrade, is this not something of a slippery slope? I say that because here we are, you've mentioned some nationalities now, and we keep on talking about politics shouldn't be about, individual nationalities.
Okay.
And there are instances in which you yourself will support that.
Yes.
But now you are directly mentioning nationalities.
Thank you very much, my brother. Those who know my office, journalists, they know that I promote Niger Delta issues and Nigeria issues. Again, after the killing of Kensarua, we learned, do you know that Kensarua lawyer, Gani Femi, was not from Niger Delta? Femi Fala, not from Niger Delta. Do you know that Gani Femi was deported? He was the only Nigerian in this, I will say the whole world, deported within a nation. May his soul rest in peace, the great Gani Femi. When our leader was on trial, Kensarua, we mobilized. But there was this mistake that happened during that period. The job people felt it is a Ogoni problem. It is a Ogoni problem. That was why when I even took Abacha government to court over River Niger dredging, I have to mobilize university, Niger Delta students. We did not see it as a major issue. That is why we are happy when because of their own political arrangement, they say, okay, Riverine man, come. If the Riverine man, just like Babangida conducted elections, the next thing you say, I don't like the face of Abiola again. What is your problem? There was military rule all over the years, for many years. This democracy is now here. You are not in an election again. No. I was the coordinator. I mobilized Riverine people in Lagos because of the Kokori detention. And they were harassing Rwani. I told our people, we that are in the Riverine area, we should take part in the civil disobedience. Because our governor and other people, they have detained them. And they are president of Nupeng and Pegasin. And they are people. This matter, spokesman of the military will say, this June 12th is a Yoruba agenda. No, the whole nation should see the River State matter as not just only Ijaw people. If we allow it, political people with the mentality of India mean, Seseko, they will be coming and they will be ruthless. So they will just take their wife. You are the president of the nation. Their grandchildren, baby, you saw one video where India brought his own son and gave him national award. These are the type of ways we are going. So we should protect this democracy by saying, no, this man was elected by the people.
Okay, now let's reverse a bit, just so that we can get some understanding. all of this matter started off between, shall we say, an in-house misunderstanding or disagreement between then Governor Wike and the governor that he himself promoted, the current governor, Fubura.
Yes.
What's the way back?
The way back is that pastors, religious people, especially the president, should call Wike and said, what you are doing, if 4, 5, 6 former governors now also insist that my structure, you will not sit down in this Abuja and become a minister. If Buhari now decided that President Tinubu, my structures, Tinubu will not have peace. We should talk to our conscience in this country.
Maybe that's what Governor Wike is also saying, what you just said.
Yes.
We should speak to our conscience. You know, he even said, and I wonder what you're thinking about that, he even said that, well, you know, I don't know how to rephrase what he said, but essentially what he said was that the one thing he can't stand is ingratitude.
Ingratitude, yes.
Having now benefited you, become your benefactor, why will you scatter, as it were, the entire soup pot?
Tell us go and tell the president, this is what this boy scattered. This boy, calm down. Let us reason together. There is a place in the Bible.
But it's not a boy. He's a fully elected.
Well, because no, he's a boy, yes, by Nigerian system.
No,
I make him he's my boy.
Okay.
You know, that is my boy. So this is my boy. That's why I'm helping them to fulfill all righteousness. My boy. That is the, if not, he's elected governor. You respect his office. He was tear gas, water cannon on an elected governor in this country. And want to save this democracy.
Okay, let's hear it from Wale. Wale has called in from Texas. Good morning, Wale.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for calling in.
Yes, sir. I have a question for your guest. He said the governor demolished the building because of integrity checks.
Yes.
Okay, does integrity checks also stop them from bringing documents or the apparatus in the building house? No, the buildings, all the files, chairs,
okay. Okay, yeah. I get the point that you're making.
Yes.
You're relating to the fact that it was a total demolition. Nothing was salvaged beforehand.
Exactly.
No, we have to.
My question.
Okay.
Does the integrity checks also include that, all that to be demolished as well with the building?
All right.
And also, I know from what I know, when such projects need to be carried out, there's supposed to be a public notice, right? It's supposed to be a public notice. There's supposed to be a signage board in the front of the building by so time. This demolition will take place, stuff like that.
Okay.
Overnight.
Yeah.
7 o'clock in the morning. You know, I mean, we need answers to all that.
I hear you, Wale. Thank you very much for calling in. Let me bring it to you. You heard him yourself, but what he's essentially saying is that this strange demolition, that's why I said we're going to suspend judgment in looking at this. So on one level, Commissioner Joe Johnson has said that the place was defective structurally. Now he is saying that no notice, for example, he's questioning that. No notice, cars, documents, files, everything raised to the ground. What kind of structure? He's querying that alibi.
Yes, even that we want the SSS to investigate, because the people from the government side said that they remove valuable things, information, documents and all that. And if people are claiming that what the government people are saying is a lie, they can go to the place and see video and tell Nigerians that these documents that are for the history or the making of law, were destroyed. They can make effort to go and publish that, but the government people are saying that every important document inside the house were removed. But if you are talking about notice, it depends on the building. You cannot give notice to the building. Nobody is occupying the building. The building only contains documents and other materials for lawmaking. Yes. So if you are destroying people's house because the place is is dangerous, even in some certain situation, you will give them 24 hours. If you value lives, you are going to give them 24 hours to destroy buildings where people are living.
There was no such notice. This was
what we are saying is that this building contains materials, archives of lawmaking.
Yes.
The government of today.
That's a library.
Library. They have evacuated everything that is necessary for the new building.
You think so?
They told us
that they actually had a chance to evacuate all valuables.
Yes.
Before they moved in with their 11 bulldozers yesterday morning.
Yes. They cannot go and destroy archives that are meant for lawmaking in the history of Rivers State. They will not. But they are educated sharps.
Let me ask you something, comrade.
Yes.
Surely you will understand those who will be a bit nonplussed at one, what happened, and then two, the commentary you are putting on it. Because you even started off by saying that you are even thanking them for having taken this preemptive action.
These lawmakers want to die. They want to commit suicide. So the governor is preventing suicide attempt. Life is more important than any other thing we can talk about now. If the building has collapsed, my brother talking from USA, you think you take it? Say, why will government even allow the building to stay for these men to go inside and kill themselves? The governor, as far as he is in charge of security and lives.
Is this your personal point of view, or can you say to me that this is not just Joe Eva speaking?
Okay.
Other people,
yes,
can you cite other people who also see it from this point of view, that are not angry at this wanton waste? Well, maybe I should just withdraw that wanton waste.
No, see this not wanton waste. Because we are talking about lives and property. Lives more important. If the people die, like when we are telling Buhari in those days, when there was no money, some people naked in the bank, this and that, we asked him. So people die of starvation, then you will now give us presidency that will rule ghosts, spirits.
Okay, so but this can be seen and is being seen by some as a symbol of a total breakdown of compromise, a breakdown of...
you mean the Rivers situation?
Yes, that symbol of the State House of Assembly being pulled down in that manner by a convoy of 11 bulldozers.
You have to go to the history. The history was that unknown gunmen bombed that building.
Even as
now, let me give you a good example. Lagos State.
How till now, so that nobody has been apprehended.
The police supposed to tell us why. And the DSS. Lagos State government, in Ikoyi there, a building, a structure was destroyed. I mean, collapsed on its own. Building, Ikoyi here, a 25-story building or so, collapsed. The government told us that all the buildings surrounding that very building will be destroyed. Nobody should occupy them. Because what happened to that collapsed building has affected buildings around that area. So we are talking about lives and property, especially lives. If you're a governor that you love the people, now the governor, what the governor has done, whether they are against him or they are not against him, what he is doing is to save their lives. These people want to commit suicide.
So, and you started off by saying you actually commended the government and governor
for saving lives.
For saving lives.
Because God saved his head. Yeah. That this building did not collapse on the lawmakers who assembled there.
So you
ignoring the integrity.
So you didn't think there was any other way apart from the wisdom the governor applied?
No, the way we look at, because that building can collapse. Okay. We have seen buildings collapsing.
Let's hear it from Pastor Adesina, calling in from Ijegun. Morning to you, Pastor.
Good morning, sir. Partisanship and insincerity is deep-rooted in us. With Papa sitting down there, comrade, there is no sincerity in this thing. The common patrimony of Rivers State is being destroyed because somebody does not want the other person to have an edge over him. What type of, whatever they call it, that is in that building? How many buildings we see in Nigeria that even if it's to be demolished, it takes 3 months, 6 months, years, and the thing will be there. The structure we saw, I'm here in Lagos, I'm not an Ijaw person, I'm not a River State person, but it is sure that it is, insincerity. Papa is not sincere. This is not politics with us here. With them, there it may be politics. But for somebody to come so early in the morning, 11th caterpillar, and destroy the common patrol, you don't know how the value of that building, whether there is fight between or disagreement between Wike and Fubara, this is not good. This is not good at all. Baba knows deep down in his heart that he's not being sincere. He's been doing the thing in an ethnic manner, and because that's the side he supports. This is the property of River State people. This is the property of Nigerians. And it couldn't any part of the. We saw the photograph also when whatever they call bomb or explosive or whatever. What integrity are they talking about? The governor did it, I suppose, because he does not want the 27 the legislators to be meeting at all. That's what happened.
Okay, Pastor. Thank you very much for calling in. But would you like to start, sir? Would you like to start from his assertion that he didn't think you were being sincere in your submissions?
Yes.
And then take it from there.
Like I would say, it is we are using sentiments.
It's a democracy.
Not democracy, because the governor is actually fighting majority lawmaker. So anybody who see it like that, will say it is that the intention of the governor. But this time, like I said, if the building has collapsed on the lawmakers, nobody is answering it. If the building has collapsed because of that lack of integrity, what we'll be saying today is that the governor must have bombed the lawmakers.
But you see, the acrimony involved, because
what is making people.
Everybody can.
So that is the sentiment.
People assume that God has been merciful up to yesterday.
Yes.
No building collapse. No building collapse. Nobody was injured. A week more would not have made a difference to show sincerity of purpose. That, my good people, we have to move you out because of what you've been saying. None of that was done. The plan was executed. The plan that was not thought about, I don't imagine, in 5 minutes, was certainly executed, and taxpayers' money has now been used or wasted in that way.
No, taxpayers' money is not more important than human beings. The human beings are what make that wisdom happen. So what is even from day one, immediately after the bombing of the building, I spoke to newsmen. I said the governor should fence that building and nobody should move in and look for a way to level it, because the building might collapse.
Okay, but it is important to
know that the governor did not do that till now. So that's why I said I thought this thing would have been done, because anything that happened to any of the lawmakers inside that building and their staff, the governor will be held responsible.
And if anybody were to join us just now and missed it, you are in full support of the action taken by Governor Fubara.
Yes, to save lives, because the lawmakers are demolishing
by demolishing that
to prevent them from committing suicide.
Mazi Okoroafo, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Registrar. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning.
You see, what is happening now in Rivers State, I don't know whether we are saying is an honorable member or honorable member. So, there are two things people don't understand about Rivers State. Rivers State is made of two cardinal points: Equated people and Ijaw people. These are the two major tribes we have there, and other Andoni, Ukoni, and the rest. But it's still, since the coming of democracy, the Equated people have been dominating. That is why you saw this clause. That is why you say that in Nigeria, we go to symptoms instead of going to the causes. After them, the elderly statesmen in Rivers State, majority are from Equated. They have just said that they don't want to come up on board. The same thing, they have elderly statesmen in the Ijaw area. Now, what is happening? The structure of House of Assembly is not the major issue. Do you know that Rivers State, we don't know whether Rivers State is known about this issue of political assassin in Rivers State. Now, the way things are going, are they creating room for people who are outside, who are Rivers indigenous, or people who have citizens to do that, to come back home and celebrate the Christmas and New Year? Now, as it stands now, that the honorable members have to agree that the building has been destroyed, yes. But you know, it's also affecting the zone layers. All those doors you see now, people are asthmatic, they will suffer it. So that is why I was expecting us to use what they call a modern way of sort of body, so it was considered. That's the abracadabra way of bringing down the building. Fine, now that prayer's money will go there. The level of poverty there is going on. And people are there complaining about food and all this not doing everything. Now people are not talking. But it is the right time for the honorable that agreed that Wike brought Fubra. Because all the campaigns Wike was doing it. That is why people that is why we should think that before you go into anything a godfather, sit down, read a paper, draw the line, describe what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. Let your boy do what? Sign. So that when you go, but the question in example is that when this godfather sends the boy to go, the boy will go, the immediately is just getting his children. Other brothers, promise will come and have, you say, you do mumu, you do boy, and you know, you do that for boy. I think.
Okay, Mazi. All right, Mazi. Thank you very much for calling in, Mazi. Before you respond to that, let me quickly take a break so that we don't need to disturb you. Stay with us, please. We'll be right back.
In the month of December, the 1st is World AIDS Day, while the 2nd of December is International Day for the Abolition of Slavery. On the 3rd is International Day of Persons with Disabilities. On the 4th of December, attention shifts as the day is dedicated to World Wildlife Conservation. The 7th is International Civil Aviation Day, and on the 9th is International Anti-Corruption Day. On the 10th is Human Rights Day, and on the 21st is World Basketball Day. 25th is Christmas Day, when Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. The day after is Boxing Day, which is on the 26th. And on the 31st is New Year's Eve. Brace yourself and tune in to TVC News for in-depth reporting and analysis on these days.
Okay, welcome back, and our guest is Comrade Joseph Eva, former Publicity Secretary, Ijaw National Congress, and he's the coordinator right now of the Ijaw Monitoring Group. And we've been looking at the spectacle that happened in Rivers State yesterday. I say it's a spectacle because a convoy of 11, bulldozers moved in on the State House of Assembly and brought it down totally. Nothing was salvaged, according to, talk, but we've talked about that here. Now, the last caller, just before we went on break, had said that since politics is supposed to be for the benefit of the good people of its area, in this case, River State, he noted that a lot of people who had been planning all year to come home in Christmas and all of that, now, those people were not taken into consideration, perhaps, when all of these, when these elephants began to fight, and the proverbial grass under them, the ordinary citizen, is the person who's going to be, in peril for all of this. But hold your fire at the moment, because Mr. Olufunsho in the UK has also called in. So you join his comments, and then you'll be able to respond to both. Good morning to you, Olufunsho in the UK.
Very good morning, sir.
Thank you for calling in.
Good. Well, yeah, well done for the good work that you are doing there, sir.
You're very kind, sir.
I want to contribute to what you are doing there this morning.
Please do.
And what I want to say is, to Comrade Joseph, at a certain stage in life, regardless of what is happening, we must be able to speak truth to whatever is happening. When we are in our 30s, 40s, it is maybe we may be dodging something. For an elderly person, I'm really sorry, sir. As an elderly, I'm 63 years old. At this age of mine, no matter who you are, I will stand by the truth. Because at that age is an age where even if you are supporting somebody, when that person is wrong, say the truth and say this person is wrong. In this matter of River State, from both sides, the elders, they're supposed, especially people who are called elders, they're supposed to speak truth to what is happening. Call Wike, you are wrong. Fubara, you are wrong here. You Wike, you are wrong here. Then that will bring peace into the land. But when you are supporting something that is wrong, especially becoming Joseph, I'm really not happy when this morning see you saying that the destruction of that building is okay. They are saving people. No one is in that building.
All right, Mr. Lufunsho, thank you very much, sir, for calling in. I think the gist, of your presentation has been got, and he's essentially saying that he doesn't think you're being as sincere as you could be, and he's also introduced the matter of elders. So that even reminds me that we've not heard from the elders in the region yet. I'm talking about the former governors. You have Odiri, you have Amechi, you have Demanayabo, you have leaders in that place. Whether they're still watching the scenario, I don't know. But he's complaining that usually where you have elders, you don't have as much pandemonium as this.
Yes.
What happened?
Thank you very much. I want to say, God bless him. That means he knows me very well. From the way he's talking, he knows me very well. We are frustrated that the president of Nigeria is quiet. We are frustrated that the president of Nigeria is quiet. There is no political will. And the job people will not tolerate it.
Political will to do what?
Call these people together and said, my friend, wait, stop what you are doing. Rule federal capital. Everybody has structures. If everybody go to that, what are you doing? Is the president not aware of wicked character? Can the president tolerate him if Buhari do that to him? Please let us do that. We are frustrated and we are warning and we are saying that, look, the president should come into this matter. Why are you pushing it into Ijo elders? The Ijo elders and Nigeria elders are waiting for President Tinubu to call this man to order. Because
they say the Yoruba proverb, and I'm sure the proverb translates into all languages,
yes,
that the elders will not be in a marketplace.
Yes.
And you have a baby backed with a crooked neck.
Okay, now.
The elders will not allow it.
Yes, I've repeated.
Woman, straighten your baby's neck.
Yes. Now, what I have said it here before, Channel News and other television stations. When the president's mother died about 10 years ago, I led elders, Niger Delta elders, to Tinubu house. We went there to honor her. And we told President Tinubu, 10 years ago, he was not the president, we are here to honor your mother because you stand for justice.
Okay.
We went there with 2 coastal buses. We took over the compound. We went there to honor his mother for giving birth to him, that he is a sincere and straightforward man.
Okay.
Now, our house is burning. Okay. River State is our Lagos. River State is our Abuja. I have been here. Others have been calling the president. Yesterday, she did a class. Call Tinubu to call. I will not see it.
Okay.
Then you call, I should fall down.
So that is
now
your answer.
To why people,
well, sorry, sir. That is
yes.
your answer to Lufunsho in the UK. That, look, what you are talking about, we are frustrated, is your main answer.
Yes, we are frustrated.
We are frustrated.
And we don't want anybody to die in that building for them to say that Fubra killed them.
All right.
The president can call Ijo leaders, Ekwere leaders, other leaders in Niger Delta to Aso Rock and say, 2 of you, stop this. But what is it?
But can the president, look, these things they don't work like that. The president, he can't just be going into every area. There is self-rule. People determine their own fate. People determine how they want to live together. But you're now saying that the president is silent. If he's not silent, you're saying he's interfering. The president can't be seen to be interfering, is what some might say.
Yes, but the president is in fact, I think he's the most experienced politician now in Nigeria. in terms of experience, right from June 12th era of annulment of, is it not injustice like the annulment of June 12th?
When you say a politician, most experienced politician, perhaps you also mean most influential politician.
Most influential politician.
Therefore, it's a political matter.
It's a political matter.
And it has to have a political solution.
It's a political solution.
Okay, let's hear from Wale in the US. Good morning, Wale in the US. Thank you for holding on.
Morning, Okweli. I'll call back. You are too soft on this man. You should have give us time to talk to him like we all want to. See, let me ask him a question. Didn't the president interfere in the first time when all these things orchestrated when it first started? And my second comment is this. You see, the problem in River State is not by Minister Wike or Fubara. It's the elders in the River State because of what they want to. If they try to take sides on the side of the governor, so they can have some appointment or some loyalty coming from from the governor. That's the problem of River State. It's not so. Mr. Wike, Minister Wike, he knows what is going on, and that's why Fubara is doing what he's doing because of these elders in the state. In the Port Harcourt State and the River State, that's why they're having all these problems. The elders are the problem.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for calling in. Okay, thank you very much for calling in, Wale. But you also proceeded by saying that I was being too soft with. It's not a matter of being too soft. It's a matter of it's his perspective. And as I said, we were suspending judgment to hear him out, and he has said things that a lot of people might not agree with, including the fact that he's in support of the pulling down of that house for the reason to save lives.
Yes.
He's also said
since the thing is prolonged, we expected the president to solve this problem within 24 hours.
So that's a surprising perspective, but it is yours, and you've put it out there.
Yes.
Now, let's go back to the point that
we thank the governor for saving lives, because the opposition members want to commit suicide in that house and put it on his head. And the young man is a wise man.
But Comrade Eva, people might say you are trivializing this whole situation.
Do you know why?
You are introducing humor that would trivialize what is highly dangerous.
No, it's dangerous. And you say I'm supporting saving of lives. Because as an activist, even we know what happened in Warri crisis. We are telling the Americans, the British people, call the president. All the oil companies left Warri because of political crisis. Nigerians forget history. We are raising this alarm. I have gone to more than 10 television stations raising alarm that the government, the head of state, the president should call the situation in Warri Port Harcourt to order. And as far as we Ijaw people are concerned, even if somebody say trivializing something, nobody like the Yorubas. The annulment of June 12, the Yoruba see it as an insult to the Yoruba nation. And they will not allow their children in the next 100 years to come and read it that one Babangida annul an election of a Yoruba president and Yorubas folded their hand. That is what we are also doing.
But importing anarchy, this is where one might see it. Thank God, for now, it hasn't broken down completely.
That's why we are begging the president.
It seems to be peaceful.
And that's why we are begging the Americans and the oil companies to tell the president, giving him the idea of the Warri crisis.
What do you think the ordinary citizen in River State is thinking now? Try and give me an emotional portrait.
Yes, let me tell you.
Ordinary, not a powerful power.
No. All the citizens of Niger Delta, not only River State, they are begging God Almighty to touch Tinubu. To touch Tinubu. When there was crisis in Warri before the amnesty, God touched the late Yaradua. Solve the problem. Political solution. Political solution.
How would this, I'm interested, how would a Tinubu intervention, in your mind,
yes,
how would it resolve this logjam?
He has the political influence. He is the most powerful political influencer now.
But how would he use that influence?
He will call the minister and the boy. The minister call him boy.
You can't call the governor.
It is that's how they call their godfathers. Father and father.
No,
then the other person
but is His Excellency the governor?
His Excellency the governor. Now these politicians will not allow us to do the right thing and call. If you call Excellency even in their own president, those godfathers would be offended. Now, the president know what is happening in Rivers State.
He does?
Yes. His ears are on the ground. If he called Winke and the governor and all the Niger Delta leaders, maybe two from East State and all that, and the whole meeting, and he said, look, all of you sign peace agreement. Why was there peace agreement between Jonathan and Buhari and others? Why was there peace agreement between Tinubu and other Obi and other people? Peace agreement. If the president called them, camera will be showing everybody. Let them pretend.
But you see, Nigerians are worried. And why you know that Nigerians are worried?
Yes.
We're getting calls from Nigerians in diaspora, mostly.
Yes.
That goes to show you that, look, even you can then take it that this matter that we are experiencing here, and everybody is concerned. It doesn't. You don't have to come from Rivers State.
No, you don't have to come from Rivers State. So, like I said, Favor
in the UK, for instance, has called in.
Yes.
Let us hear what Favor has to add to the conversation.
Okay.
Good morning, Favor.
Morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Favor.
How are you? My contribution to this matter, the Honorable Comrade
Joseph Eva.
Yes, is taking side. Like a point is raised on President Tinubu. President Tinubu have called earlier on and I spoke to everybody. But my own contribution now, and my question to him, will he agree for paying taxi and so I'm living in UK? What the governor did in Rivers, nobody, the Prime Minister cannot do it. Because of one crisis, you first of all investigate and know why that building was bombed. You cannot just to rebuild that building, you will involve taxpayer, and that's not good. The River State, I'm not from River, I'm from Lagos. The River State people did not vote for Buhari for what is happening. They did not vote for him to come and be punishing them. This is a punishment on River people. It's not done. It's not done anywhere.
All right.
Please, you need to go back and talk.
Okay, thank you. There you are. Everybody that has reached us has prefaced what he's going to say by, I'm not even from Rivers, but I'm a Nigerian.
Yes.
So Rivers is mine.
Yes.
By the virtue of the fact that I am a Nigerian.
Yes.
I cannot be quiet.
Yes.
Now, Rivers State is being shortchanged.
Yes.
Seems to be what people are saying. And they're being shortchanged by the elephants that are just going by their own interests.
Yes.
And are not considering the ordinary man.
Yes. And that's why we are making this plea again to the president. He's the only person that can calm nerves. He's the only person. And other presidents have done it before.
You know, in a different context, in Ondo, for instance,
yes.
I have heard it said that even though President Tinubu is also involved in
yes.
the Ondo,
yes.
A legal luminary has said that the solution to the Ondo problem
yes.
will come from within Ondo State. Is it not similar that the solution to the River State problem must necessarily come from within?
Yes. The within must have that encouragement, the backing of the president. Because this is a political era. That Ondo State you are talking about, the president was firm that the governor that is not feeling should hand over. The moment that directive come, all other people kill him. Now, we are shouting and making all this noise and all this wahala begging because we know very well that if law and order break down beyond this level, the president of Nigeria cannot manage it.
And the people of Edo, River State,
from
the elders,
yes,
cannot allow it to break down beyond this. This is even a bridge too far.
Look, I saw Falai's statement on the Ondo matter. Yes, Chief Falai, elder statesman. They can only make those comments. They can only call them on phone, pleading with them. They just believe that Aso Rock is the deciding factor. We all know. And when Aso Rock is not responding quickly as we wanted, we come into panic.
But in a political democracy,
because for example,
political democracy,
yes,
can you really say what you've just said, that
the president,
yes, that the president
is supposed not to be. We have this garrison. Don't you know what happened in Oyo State? Ladoja. It was President Tinubu that got lawyers and all that, Fashola and everybody to save was that impeachment, right? If not that we have powerful people like Tinubu at that time to rally, when even Ladoja was not in his party, was not in his party. If he saw everything that this is injustice.
So politicians, what you are implying now is that politicians will often take actions that are not right in order to come out to some plateau from which we can now begin to discuss.
Of course, because the society has turned to be, and we are helpless. We are helpless. When ASU was on strike, you saw what in Ngige they were doing. ASU was on strike. Children were at home for 1 year. We mobilized ASU, block road, went to the airport, this and that. You can see all this problem. Now we know that after oil companies left Warri because of the Warri crisis, if you get to Warri now, you'll be ashamed of Warri. Warri is just like a desert now in terms of economic relevance. The same way, another economic political crisis is now coming to Rivers State.
Okay, in the dying minutes of this program, comrade, refresh my memory again, because I asked you, from your point of view, people have called in, especially from diaspora, Nigerians abroad, and have said that they don't feel that you are being entirely sincere. In other words, the meaning for that I read is that that is a very intelligent gentleman. He knows right from wrong, and so what he is saying cannot be right, and he knows it, yet he is saying it. So what is the solution? How do we come back from this brink?
Because I have seen that if these lawmakers are not interested in the capacity of that building, and anything happened to them.
Yeah, you're going back to that.
Because Rivers State will run immediately within 24 hours.
Comrade, that building would not have collapsed.
Okay, are you a structural engineer? Are you a structural engineer?
This is why some people are saying that.
Because they are not there.
That respected comrade, he is not being sincere.
He is sincere because of lives and property. Lives especially. Property is secondary. Lives. The governor wants to save lives.
So you're speaking a political language.
Yeah, the political language, because it is to save lives. The governor spokesman has said it, that the building is not worthy using, these men are going inside there. It is dangerous.
So if President Tinubu, since you mentioned him,
I am begging him in the name of God.
So I was going to say that, what is it that you want President Tinubu to do and that he has not done so far, and that you think he's doing would resolve this situation?
Very, very good for this closing remark. He should call the two men, not only that, witnesses, call the elders.
In other words, trust is scant.
Yes, he should call what they are saying and how to resolve the problem and to stop anarchy for our ordinary masses. They should come, and witnesses, maybe 10 or 20 leaders, elders.
And if that doesn't happen the way you have proposed it,
this mistrust and gambling and all that will create another world crisis.
How soon do you think this can be resolved? Because here we are, we're going towards the end of the year. We don't want this overhang to be to be in existence going into a new year. Yeah,
I believe that President Tinubu will solve the problem before the new year. I believe him, and that's what, when we went, we told him, your mother taught you how to make sure that you hate injustice, oppression, you hate. So what is happening in Rivers State is injustice. He should step in and call these two fighters so that the grasses will not suffer. Because as far as we are saying, what we are saying is just people is that this Wike want to incite ethnic crisis in Rivers State, like what happened in Warri crisis.
We're going to have to leave it there. People don't necessarily have to agree with you or accept what you are saying, but it is your right to say it. And
I have to say it.
We gave you the platform to say
what is there.
This is the perspective of Comrade Joseph
ever how to solve the problem.
Coordinator, Ijo Monitoring Group. Thank you very much for coming on the program.
So please call the president. You have his contact. Call him, beg him. Comrade Eva is begging. He should intervene. Call 2010 leaders, traditional rulers, and the two fighters. Ask them, what is the problem? Solve. We don't want any crisis. Let them return back to all the lawmakers, return back, and everybody be loyal to the governor. Then tell the governor also you to be loyal to your godfather.
All right, then.
Let's make arrangement.
That's where we'll leave it. That's where we'll
let your loyal not come and disturb us.
That's where we'll leave it today then. That's our program today. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Buhari Polari. Bye-bye for now.
Changing the face of.
There is always more to a story than the scribbled headline.
Africans. He specifically wrote in English, a choice that received some criticism, but his intent was to speak to the whole world about the real problems that the influence of Western missionaries and colonialists created in Africa. His life was an inspiration and sentimental to Western culture, promoting customs and values about traditional African society.
Hi guys, I am Kehinde Bankole. Come with me as I take you to the homes of some lovely DSTV customers to find out what they enjoy watching during the holiday season. Who hides the remote control? What's the show you like watching over and over?
There's actually a show called Slum King.
So good to see you! Such a beautiful home.
I learned on home makeover, on how to make your home look beautiful, modern.
Do you cook? I actually love cooking jollof rice.
I cook.
I help them eat it.
We usually do movies together. Usually Mnet,
Dragon's Den, and Chopped.
We love watching Family Feud.
I love UFC.
Guys, this Olawa Shibi too.
Teen Titans, go!
Indomie love bowl, right?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Who's your favorite artist?
Burna Boy.
Thames.
Who will help you, no go stress you? So football.
Erling Haaland, he's my baby.
What if their team loses? I'll be the referee that day.
the whole family will become mood.
Camera off, light off, show.
No matter your holiday preference, there's always something to bring you and your loved ones together on DSTV. The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Do you struggle with having an active and healthy lifestyle due to your busy schedule? Do you find it difficult to make it to the gym? You want to improve your overall health, but don't know where and how to start? Medical experts agree that walking, running, and jogging are amongst the best ways to stay fit and enjoy a great active and healthy lifestyle. What if there was a convenient and affordable way to improve your health, improve your mood, and lose weight right in your own home? Introducing the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill. The compact foldable treadmill that makes being active and losing weight fast and easy. Just unfold it and walk, jog, or run while you watch your favorite programs on TV. And when you're done, just fold it and store it away. Now that's convenience. The secret is its advanced design that houses a 1 horsepower motor that is twice the size of most treadmills, packed into a nice compact unit, powering every step you take. You get the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill System complete with a rugged commercial-grade ultra-durable traction belt, large LCD multifunctional display that displays speed, time, distance, calories, and has 12 different exercise programs, as well as a magnetic safety key for added security.
The SportX treadmill has really helped me get back in shape after childbirth. I love it because it's compact and can fit anywhere in the house. And when I'm done, I fold and put it away. Easy peasy.
This is the best piece of equipment for people like me who want to stay active without leaving the home. I simply unfold it and use it while I watch my favorite program on TV.
Joining the gym can cost an absolute fortune, and you could be paying up to 600,000 naira in annual gym fees. Get the SportX treadmill to save the cost and work out from the convenience of your home. You could pay 500,000 naira for a treadmill like this, but you can get the SportX treadmill for not 400,000 naira, not even 300,000 naira. Order right now and get this for just 294,500 naira only. But wait, there's more. If you order now, you get the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill delivered to you for free, wherever you are in Nigeria. The SportX Compact Digital Treadmill comes with ShopX 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied with the treadmill, send it back for a full refund. But hurry, limited stock available. So, call the number on your screen now or visit our website to place your order while stock lasts. The proceeding was a paid presentation brought to you by ShopX TV.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello and welcome to TVC News this hour. We'll begin with updates on the political situation in Rivers State after the demolition of the State House of Assembly complex, which commenced on Wednesday and it continued today. But this has done nothing to stop the 26 lawmakers loyal to Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, from continuing with legislative activities. The group convened for plenary in the auditorium of the House of Assembly quarters. They adopted a resolution condemning the demolition exercise by the state government, describing it as illegal. The lawmakers led by Martins Amewule also called on the federal government, security agencies, and the international community to intervene.
On behalf of the undersigned honorable members, I rise to move this motion of urgent public interest to condemn the demolition of the Rivers State House of Assembly by Sir Similaye Fubara, Governor of Rivers State. I'm aware that on the 18th of December 2023, Sir Similaye Fubara, Governor of Rivers State, commenced the heartless demolition of the Rivers State House of Assembly complex without the approval and knowledge of the Rivers State House of Assembly. I'm convinced that the motive of this demolition is to pave way for the governor to abuse reason to have a meeting with his friend in government house and make it impossible for proper investigation of the burning of the Hallowed Chamber and prevention of the legitimate sitting of this house.
We're still talking politics, but away from Rivers State now, in Ondo State, where the acting governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has asked people to embrace unity as they work to return the state to the path of accelerated progress. Mr. Aiyedatiwa spoke to residents in a state broadcast earlier today on his assumption of office as acting governor, following the transmission of power to him by Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, who is on a medical leave. The acting governor says the people must excuse unnecessary distractions that tend to cause division in the state.
Last few months, at this juncture, permit me to say that only God Almighty has explanations for what happened in the last few months. When nature sets in to hinder human performance, it's always a painful thing. We must acknowledge that the key to the well-being of a man is in the hands of God. It is not for us as humans to question God, but to pray for his mercies upon our lives.
Well, let's bring you updates from the presidential villa, where President Bola Tinubu has administered oath of office on chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Musa Aliyu, following his confirmation by the Senate. Dr. Aliyu took the oath of office inside the council chamber of the State House just before commencement of this week's Federal Executive Council meeting. The president also swore in the chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission, Professor Tunji Olaopa, and 11 other members of the commission.
I have taken an oath of office. I will abide by the oath of office, and I will discharge my duties in accordance with the ICPC Act to support the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President. I want to assure Nigerians and Mr. President that I will lead by example, and I will also live above board, and I will abide by my oath of office.
We need to move the civil service to a position where it could help government to deliver on its agenda. We want to rebrand this commission. We want a commission that represents the integrity face of the civil service. We want a commission that promotes the cherished values of the public service in everything that it does.
While staying in Abuja, Chief Judge of the Federal High Court of Nigeria, Justice John Soho, says the court has more than 144,000 pending cases to determine in its 2023-2024 legal year. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area reports.
A new legal year ceremony is an opportunity for members of the bench to reflect on their experiences and performances of the previous year, celebrate their accomplishments, while also striving for a better year ahead. Dressed in their ceremonial attire, the judges of the Federal High Courts nationwide converged at the court headquarters for this event. This year's ceremony is significant as it also marks the court's 50th anniversary. The Federal Revenue Court, as the Federal High Court was then called, was established by the Federal Revenue Act of 1973. The court was, however, christened the Federal High Court by Section 228 subsection 1 and Section 230 subsection 2 of the Constitution of 1979. Now sound. The court currently has 95 judges. Now sound. Speaking to judges at this event, the Chief Judge expresses his gratitude to them on the speedy dispensation of pre-election cases arising from the 2023 general elections. He also reminds them to strive to be beyond suspicion as their actions can shape the destiny of the country, as the court currently has 144,000 pending cases.
A total of 15.
Well, the Trade Union Congress has admitted the Congress of Nigerian University Academy and the 4 other newly created labor unions as affiliates. CONUA broke away from the Academic Staff Union of Universities, this ASU, and was registered by the former Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, in the wake of ASU strike. TVC's Joke Adisa reports.
Topical issues of national concern dominate the agenda of the Congress at its just concluded August meetings. Debt servicing, an alleged bottleneck in the payment of the recently approved wage award, are some of them. The Congress calls on the Minister of Labour and Employment to provide the details of the planned review of labour law.
The amount of money we require to service debt is not catching up with our national revenue, and this is problematic. Whilst we are always told that the debt to GDP ratio is quite accommodating, yes, that is true, but the debt to revenue is worrisome, and we want government to look into this as soon and as fast as possible.
It also gives an update on the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigerian crisis in Lagos State.
On the issue of the law of a labor law review, it is one issue that we looked at in our August meeting. And we felt that the last time when the minister submitted it to the Federal Executive Council, it was not approved from the Federal Executive Council, and we hereby call on the Labour Minister that before he submits any of these documents to the Federal Executive Council for review, he has to get the input of Labour. We had a committee. We were working on this. The final document was not given to Labour before it was taken to the Federal Executive Council meeting.
The icing on the cake at the meeting is the formal acceptance of the recently registered Congress of Nigerian University Academy, CONUA, a breakaway group from ASU.
The National Executive Council of the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria has deemed it fit to bring to the fold 5 new affiliates. That means we have admitted 5 new affiliates to our fold, and the affiliates are as follows. 1, the Law Officers Association of Nigeria, LOAN. 2, Congress of University Academies, CONUA. 3, National Association of Medical and Dental Academies, NAMDA.
Also admitted as TUC affiliates are the National Butchers Union of Nigeria, National Association of Medical and Dental Academy, and the National Telecoms Technology, Cable and Satellite Operators, and Allied Services Employers of Nigeria. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Let's go to Borno State, where the governor, Babagana Zulum, has presented a budget estimate of 340 billion naira to the State House of Assembly for the 2024 fiscal year. The governor at the presentation pledged to consolidate on all that has been achieved in his first term. TVC's Jessica Fida reports.
It's that time of the year when the executive presents its budget to the legislature for approval. Governor Babagana Zulum makes his entry into the State House of Assembly. While presenting the budget, the governor acknowledged that this is a reflection of his 10-pact development agenda of his administration towards giving hope to survivors of the 13-year conflict.
In the last 4 years, I have had the privilege and opportunity of executing 4 approved budgets and have compelling reasons to simply look back and be proud of the gains we have recorded. For me, serving the good people of Borno State has been the greatest honor of my life.
The 2024 proposed estimate of 340.6 billion naira has a capital expenditure of 198.2 billion naira with recurrent expenditure of 142.3 billion naira. Out of this, the Ministry of Finance got 53 billion, Health was allotted 51 billion, Works got 45 billion, and Education was given 39 billion naira. The governor explains that strategies have been put in place to ensure the effective implementation of the project and the harmonization of developmental projects, part of which is ensuring effective service delivery.
I want to notify you that I will be highly ambitious in providing development and I will not let you down. The Borno that I will lead, inshallah, will be more peaceful, will be more secure, more vibrant, more industrious, more developed.
The State Assembly will seize the opportunity to debate state policies and invite key members of the executive from all ministries, departments and agencies.
The 2024 budget is themed Consolidation and Progress. As Governor Babagana Zulum's budget of consolidation and progress awaits approval by the state legislature, residents are hopeful that it will impact positively in their living conditions. Jessie Tofida, TVC News, Maiduguri.
We are watching TVC News this hour. We'll take a moment and then return with more stories. To stay with us.
Sales, sales! Embrace the holiday spirit with a shopping extravaganza at the TVC Women's Network First Sales Fair. Join us for an amazing opportunity to explore a wide array of products and services at festive discounts. Discover irresistible offers. Mark your calendar, December 15th to 17th, 2023. Venue, TVC Communications, 1 Continental Drive off CMD Road, Ikosiketu, Lagos. Time, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Immerse yourself in the festive vibe with a shopping spree featuring exciting games, stunning showcases, and live performances. Wrap up your shopping list with unmissable savings. For inquiries, call 0803-284-8509. Join us for an unforgettable holiday shopping adventure. This event is brought to you by TVC Communications.
Well, thanks for staying with us. We have news just in stating that the Attorney General and the Commissioner for Justice in River State, that's Professor Zacchaeus Adagno, has resigned from the government of Governor Siminalayi Fubara, citing conflict of personal principle as reasons. We'll bring you details at the top of the hour. Well, let's go to other stories now, particularly in Taraba State, where the Governor Abu Kefa says the uncontrollable influx of people of the state is responsible for the security challenges it is facing. The Governor spoke while flagging off the distribution of relief materials in Gasol, local government area of the state. TVC's Owolabi Adenusi compiled this report.
Taraba State has witnessed various forms of security challenges ranging from herders-farmers conflict, kidnappings, child trafficking. Last week alone, more than 50 people were killed by bandits in the Bali local government area of the state. This trend, Governor Abu Kefa believes, can be curbed by involving traditional institutions in the security of the people. The governor was represented at the event by Senior Special Advisor on Political Matters, Abubakar Bawa, said traditional rulers should assist security agents through information sharing by reporting any suspicious movements in their domain.
Because most of these parties we are having in our domains, they are not people from Taraba State. So you should check very properly those people who are coming into Taraba State to make sure that we did not bring people who are fighting us.
But the member representing Bali Gasul Further constituency of the House of Representatives, Honorable Jafaru Yakubu, appreciated President Bola Tinubu's effort in the battle against security challenges confronting many parts of the country.
You can see part of the renewed agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu